good morning everyone, welcome back to another video of Unplugged TV Australia. In today's video I would like to test the trip navigation, trip graph again here. Well, I got this so wrong in my first video when I drove to the customer. I just want to do another test this morning and see if I can get my driving style above the grey line, so driving more efficiently. But I have to program a trip before I can actually start this one here. Okay, here is the prediction from home to work. We've got some region. I think this is when we leave the highway here. I'm not sure. This is around the overpass here. I'm not sure why it is slowing down there. So remaining energy in percentage, the higher the line, the less energy we are consuming. Below is I'm using more energy, I've got less remaining energy, and above will be I have more capacity in the battery when I arrive at the destination. It's not rocket science. So let's see if we can drive above this line.
Drive for 1.3 kilometers.
Yeah, thanks. What I will do this morning, I'll go to the local post office here and see if they can actually take my parcel here, so I don't need to go to the main post office in Gatton. So this will be a little bit of a detour, but I've got still plenty of time this morning. I'm early. We've got 15 degrees outside, and you can see we've got the power limit in region again at about 50% state of charge now. So I'm coasting down here with 39 kilometers per hour, and the car says I'm less efficient. But I still don't get it exactly here how this all works. And I'm coasting, I'm using almost no energy at all here, and coasting down this hill, and the line is still below the predicted line, so I'm using more energy. Ha! Finally we got it. Okay, so I put the car back in neutral here down this hill, and let's see if the curve actually goes above the predicted line. Just need to test this correctly here, you know. And I can't really coast here. Everything is flat here. I can't really. Let's see if I can go around this corner here. Let the car still coast. I need to put it in gear. I can't make it up this little hill here. Oh no, I mean, if I'm driving here 45 kilometers an hour, it should clearly go above the prediction. Now there's of course a car coming. And we let the car coast again until the stop sign and see if we can get. See, this looks, I'm driving totally shitty here. You know? That's what it says. See, I'm drafting behind this van here now with 98 kilometers per hour, and still the line does not go higher. I don't know how this works here. This does not make sense to me. It still looks like it's the other way around. You know, I had these two accelerations here going on the highway, but apart from that, I'm driving super slow and drafting behind this van here. So it's not like I'm using a lot of energy, and we've got no wind this morning, but the graph still tells me I'm far less efficient than the predicted grey line. And the car predicted I'm arriving with about 45% at work, but now while I'm driving here 43 only. This does not make sense to me. How do you drive more efficient than the car predicted? That's almost impossible, I think. Even on on a flat road, at least, it seems. So for the last half kilometer I drove with 30 kilometers per hour here.
Now enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
Yeah, I know. And still the lines are not coming back together. So the only time I was more efficient was when I was going to let the car in neutral rolling down the hill. And then we went to the post office and I let it coast again afterwards in neutral around the corner into the creek, well, into the dip, but it wasn't bringing up the line again. I was expecting the line goes up again because I'm not using any energy. See, the lines went further apart and apart and apart. And then there was the acceleration, and the acceleration on the highway went all the way on the highway until here. Now I drove really in 30 kilometers per hour and still the line is not going up again. Well, I don't know exactly. See, the predicted line there, the gray one, is about, that's 44, let's say 44, and we are far below this. So this is how we drove, far below the predicted line. I don't know how to get more efficient than the prediction. This does not seem to make sense to me. So probably on my way back I drive like an idiot and see how the curve looks like then. Well, let's try that. The heat shield is a bit too long. It's a bit too long. Well, it gets more flexible over time anyway, but yes, there's no real fit. Alright guys, we are back in the car, back on my way home. Nice sunset tonight. I just did a 1.5 hour test drive and vehicle demonstration to my tax agent. He could not believe it. I told him the car drives itself. He said, nah, it doesn't. I said, yes, it does. I had to show him all the features in the car, all the menu points, what they're doing. Sometimes I didn't even know what they are doing, but he wanted to see everything. He was blown away. I showed him the Rivian and he said, that's exactly what I want. That's what I want right now. I said, well, it may take a couple of years until it's available here, but it will come. Definitely it comes. Okay, so I've got the car in standard mode, not chill mode anymore, and I'm driving home, and we can also already see the green line is above the gray one. So does it mean I'm driving more efficient now in standard mode than I drive in chill mode? Something is not right. See, that's bullshit now. Why is the line... So I'm accelerating now. Woohoo! That is fast. Let's see. The dent goes down. So obviously it is correct. The green line has done a dip. Yeah, it dove down and now we are under the gray line because I did this acceleration. Okay, let's see what we can do on the highway when we accelerate. It's weird. So when I really pamper the car and let it coast and let it glide in neutral, it says I'm less efficient, but now I kick it and it's more efficient. So going on the highway, I've got these sleepy drivers here. I can't actually accelerate. We're driving 95. Well, if I drive this aggressively, the lines go further apart. So obviously I'm driving even less efficient now. That is unreal. So how do you do that if you get the green line above the gray one? How do you drive efficient with this car if coasting and driving in neutral is not enough? Now see how far these lines are apart. I don't get it. I mean, this makes sense now because I'm really vlogging the car, but yeah, I'm driving slower and they're coming closer together now. So, and a quick analysis of this graph now. I don't know. So when I started driving, I was over the gray line, so I was more efficient than the prediction. And then, well, I vlogged the car, of course, on the highway, and then I went off the highway and did some acceleration stuff over here, and it went further apart. But still, the curve from this morning was pretty much the same. So the green line was under the predicted line, and I don't know why, because I was driving so slow, far under the speed limit, let the car coast, let the car roll in neutral, and still I could not get above this gray line for some reason. I don't know how this works. It doesn't make sense to me. Well, if it makes sense to you, please leave your comments down below, guys. I need to know this. This is important data. I like to be efficient. I need to know how this all works and if this is correct what I'm doing here. Until I figure this out, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all your support. This is Andy from Unplugged TV Australia signing off. You stay charged and we will see us again in the next video very soon. I will charge as well overnight. We are down to about 21%. Now we are actually down to 23%. Tells us there, right? Yeah, I'll plug in and charge overnight. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.